Hello and welcome to the past week that's just happened with me, Bilal Zafakakes.
And me, Stephen.
Stephen. And what a stunning week, really, all things considered.
I think it's been too much week,
Too
Bilal.
too much week. No weakness in me though. Be going
I'm
to
feeling
the gym.
quite weak. Maybe I should pick up a copy of the popular publication The Week.
The week. Is that a newspaper?
It's like a magazine pamphlet paper that rounds up the week. So almost you should have bought that rather than watch this show.
That's really something. And
It
how is
is.
and how's your week been there? Just to do some small talk.
I think we should. Oh, you're asking me.
Yeah.
I thought you were asking. My week's. Oh, it's been a good one. It's been straight through from Monday through Friday.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm bringing up the rear on a Sunday. And to be honest, I'm just absolutely smashing it.
Did you
How's your
achieve
week
your goals?
been? Oh, I didn't achieve any gold, if
Oh,
that's what you're asking.
you didn't.
Which was my goal. That's my goal each week is to just sort of accrue as much gold as possible.
Mm, mm.
How was your week and did you sorry, how was your week and did you accrue much gold?
I accrued it. I
Yeah.
the stock market, as you know, was absolutely all over the place. Maybe something we can even discuss later,
We
um,
will.
because I don't know if you've seen the lions going up and down.
The Lions.
The lions. Have you seen Wolf and Wall Street?
Wolf and Wall Street. Yeah, is that the one with the wolf and it's in like a walled
Tom
street?
Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is riding a lion up and down at the stock market throughout it.
It's been like that for me. I put 300 GBP in there. Had a look next morning, 305 GBP.
I hate that. I hate that
I
when
hate that.
it's unstable, your GBP.
It's unstable, and that's the government. But we'll get into that before we continue with the week's stuff. I just need to
Yeah.
say thank you to Blahem for the 5 month streak, and also to Kimbrin who says 6 months watching this and is fresher than ever. Looking forward to hearing about this thing they call the week. Thank you, Kimbrin. That was good.
We haven't been doing this for 6 months though, so I don't know what he's talking about.
For God's sakes, Kimbrin.
He's an idiot.
The first headline, Stephen, of the week
Oh
is
yes. Sorry. Oh,
ra-
okay.
radical reforms could damage football. Now tell us about what is that?
Oh yes. This is a big week news. So basically, you've all heard that they being FIFA will be radically reforming football in a way that could damage it. Some of the reforms that they've decided to bring in, which have caused a lot of consternation. For example, they will be replacing the balls with all the balls
R-
actually with very how do you say it? Very light plums.
oh my
Like
gosh. Hollowed out.
yeah. No, because that's the other reform. Is so when the stone falls out of the plum
Yeah,
during the game, that's a foul.
that's a foul.
That's a foul.
Now, I'm as sporty as the next gentleman, and I've only just known what an offside rule is. And I didn't
I can
even.
explain it to you.
Pardon?
I'll explain it to you. It's
Please do.
really easy. It's when the last offender when a man, it's
Hmm.
always a man,
Yep.
kicks the ball. If the last offender eats that plum,
Mm.
like then
That's
it's an offside.
dangerous.
It's very dangerous and offside.
And offside. And then goal disallowed. The lad's embarrassed, frankly.
He doesn't know where the ball is because it's in a man,
It's in a man. You need to
which
push
is also the name of that player, Innerman.
Innerman, Gerard Innerman, wonderful hat trick against Leicester, and I'm sure we'll
Yeah,
touch on that later as he touched on the ball into the net.
yeah, yeah. No, he loves to touch that net.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever noticed, like that's his, during the match,
Mm.
he, you're thinking, like come on, come down that wing. But he's back there just touching the net.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
And it's classy.
It's yeah, in a way. But with these new reforms, how can he? Because you've got to keep your eye on the ball if the ball is a stoned fruit.
And this is the EU are doing this.
Yes, correct. It's the EU. It's Dominic Cummings and the EU.
Dominic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on to the next thing, if you want to take me through it with YouTube more representative of Britain than television, says UK boss.
This is actually a really big one. If you thought the last one was big,
that was big.
But this is much bigger in terms of news. So YouTube is more representative of Britain than television. Okay.
Okay, Britain.
So so I'm going to take you through it. On television.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Okay.
You've got your police dramas. You've got the news. You've got talent shows. How often, in the average man or woman's daily life, do you see, the police being dramatic or the news shows happening? You don't see it.
You don't see it.
YouTube, you don't ever see it. So why am I watching it is maybe what some people are thinking in the population. Yeah. Now, YouTube, what have you got on YouTube? You've got the play button. We've all played. We've all been played.
Thank you. Pause.
Pause. Oh, pause. We've all got pets.
We've all got pets. We're all moisturising, using Bulldog for the pause. Bulldog
for your paws.
For your paws.
So it's very, we've all...
We've got several paws.
I've got 5.
I've got 9.
Paws. Well, we'll talk about that later. Probably get onto that.
I'm sure that'll...
the subscribe button, I subscribe to a lot of gardening magazines. So I relate. I'm relating, okay? I can't relate to these new shows.
So you're pro YouTube?
I'm pro YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm pro Brexit, and I'm pro.
Thank you.
Lots of other things.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
I'm also pro Brexit. I mean, I didn't think I was meant to talk about it publicly.
Oh no! I mean, it's fine. It's our show.
It's the EU mafia.
Well, yeah.
The EU Illuminati.
That's very clever.
Thank you. And I'm not going to wear a muzzle. Job support scheme. Concern mounts at COVID shutdown ripple effect. Ripple. And that's an effect of some... What?
Oh, I'll explain it to you.
Please.
It's odd that you've not seen any of these things. So this is, of course, the new job support scheme, the JSS. I notice SS in that. What does that remind you of?
Steven Seagal.
Exactly. Would you go to him for your jobs?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Have you seen him?
Yeah, but he's not employable.
He's majestic.
Absolutely, but would you order him to fix your car?
Yeah. What other jobs can he do? I mean, look, if he can work in the KFC.
No, he can't. He'd punch everything.
That's fine.
Okay, well for KFC, yeah, but not for.
Look, let's agree to disagree on Stephen SS.
Fine. Okay. Well, the JSS.
The JSS.
Concern mounts at COVID. I don't know what COVID means, but that's the name. That's the name.
It's probably a car.
Oh yeah, of course it's the car.
That's a car. That's a convertible.
It's a convertible. So as you say, what you've got there is it's the ripple effect, which is that the government have our great government. Raspberry Ripples, they're giving that out to people that don't have any jobs.
Okay.
And the way that they are distributing that is they're just driving around in convertibles and shooting the Raspberry Ripple out the exhaust. which is actually very environmentally friendly.
I don't
Crushed
like it.
a ton-
I don't want to pay any tax. I don't want to. I think you work for yourself. I think if you're in any kind of bother, that's one's own mistakes, and one should own up to oneself and take ownership.
That's a really fair point.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I agree with you.
Thank you.
It's mainly focusing on people who have got like creative jobs, which essentially means like, oh, you've got your blog. You want me to give you a
What
you've
is
got a
a?
blog?
I'm sorry. A job is not is not creative. It's,
Yeah, well, I know, but
it's
some people
important.
some people think it is.
That's pathetic, and that's the me generation, isn't it?
The meme,
The meme generation, meme.
Yeah,
You know.
and have you seen their blogs?
Yes.
Terrible.
Terrible. What's your favourite?
Uh, the little girl in London.
That's
It's
a
a blog.
That's a blog.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. It's a blog and a vlog.
Yeah.
And she's just like a girl, and she's just moved to the big city, and she just wants, like tell people about it, and I get it. Like but that's not a job.
Where did she move from?
She moved from Surrey, and her parents bought her a big old dog and a flat. And then, she's got her Apple Mac. And like, I'm not bitter, so I don't know why I sound like I am.
No.
But, she's got a blog, and I've got a chip on my shoulder. It's the name of my blog.
That's wonderful. And now the government's going to hand out free raspberry to her, and she hasn't earned a thing.
She's vegan, obviously.
Yeah. Don't even get me started on them. I mean, I'm sorry, you're scared of butter, because it's more scared of you than you are of.
Yeah, have you seen an egg? It's very hard, very hardy.
It's very hardy.
Very hardy egg.
Have you eaten a cheese? It's very forgiving.
It's very forgiving. It's very complimentary. Have you ever eaten a cow?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It's very aggressive.
Yeah, that's not as complimentary. But if you dress the cow in the cheese, then you've got yourself a nightmare, haven't you? That doesn't work at all.
I mean, I can't believe you've said that on national Twitch.
I'm so sorry. We're going to be getting in a lot of complaints, but this is the sort of show that this is. Like, oh, stop it! Oh, why don't you make a meme out of us? And maybe, oh, we're going to be all over the tabloids tomorrow. Oh, she said that she dressed up a cow with a cheese. Get her off. Get off. Get off with it. Get off with her.
Listen, Stephen, the amount of times they've tried to cancel me for the past 40 years, it's beggars belief. It really is.
It's beggars belief.
It's beggars beef.
Homeless people's beef. That's what it is.
And I don't support them either. A very vicious blog attacking them, and they said,
yes, your blog.
Yeah.
If you don't have a home, go home. Oh, you can't.
Oh, you can't. That was the blog title, but the blog itself is called Too Little, Too Late. It's based on my good friend Rob Liddell. He's like a right wing. He's like a little guy.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Before we move on to the next news bit, we're just going to discuss quickly before going forth into deeper diving discussions. Stephen, I just need to say Don Diaper. Do you know Don Diaper?
No.
Thank you for the 3-month streak. This is class TBF, said Don Diaper.
He's taken his clothes off and he's streaked.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Butler, thank you for the 3-month streak. I know you said that. Don Diaper didn't say that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to ban but KVD Mike, thank you for 100 bits. Just loving being on safari leopard spotting. Do you know what that means?
No, of course not.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to just look at very quickly. Did we do Premier League?
Yeah, same one.
Anything else you want to say? I think it's great.
I think they should swap it for very hard mango.
Have you seen cricket?
What, the game where you've got it's 4.
Four.
You've got your Fire Lion, you've got your Witch Doctor, you've got your
Got the
runs.
Witch Doctor. You've got your slips.
You've got your slips, and then when you get the runs, you go to the Witch Doctor, who sort of sorts you out, and then it's a sticky wicket.
It really is a sticky wicket.
Sorry, I just got emotional about it. Oh my god, don't even bring this up.
I'm so sorry.
Why everyone is talking about Honda leaving F1 in 2021? I can't.
I've talked about it.
I can't fucking move for people just bringing it up all the time.
It's disgusting, isn't it? You're in your doctor's surgery. You're saying my feet hurt, and he's saying, "Have you heard about this Honda?"
And I'm saying, doctor, I've got no feet.
They hurt.
They hurt, which is how I say that things hurt, that I don't have them anymore. And then your doctor's like, oh, I would prescribe you something if you can tell me your opinion on why everyone is talking about Honda leaving F1 in 2021.
And that's unfair.
It's unfair, but I get it. Like, it's a big deal. It's very raw for a lot of people. I was down Co-op today, and I was doing the self-server checkout.
Yeah.
And when I got to the end, and it was like, I was expecting it to say, "Would you like a bag with your groceries?" And instead it said, "Would you like to talk about Honda and F1?" And I didn't know what to say. I have no opinion on it. Like, leave.
Leaves.
Leave means leave.
It does. And the sooner people realise that, the sooner. I forgot to mention, Stephen, about not Ramona's. We'll get to that. But if anyone would like to get involved in the discussion, you can tweet us. Now, a tweet is a bit like an email. Is that right?
Well, you can also write in if you want.
You can write in. I did a tweet from my account with Zafcakes. I said, I tweeted, reply to this to have your say. 10 people have replied so far. That's pathetic. So
also, some of the replies have been absolutely disgusting.
Some of them were really bad. Yeah.
I don't mean offensive. I just mean shit. And I'm so sorry, but this is a sort of show where I can just let loose, and I will say, I'll say a spade's a spade. I'll say a spade's a shit if it tweets me things like that.
Well, thank you. Have we done all our...
I think you should put the football one up again.
Okay.
I want to see it again. Yeah, thanks. I don't have anything to say about it, but it'd be good to just... It's nice to see, isn't it?
All right. Well, those were the...
You okay?
Those were the main bits of the big news that people are talking about, which I didn't want to talk about any, but it's the big. We didn't want to contractually. We've
got lots more fun stuff to do. Let's not beat about anyone's bush.
No, that's disgusting.
Because the next part is actually the part that I'm looking forward to the most. Please, is it Bilal? Could you? Yeah. Could you introduce that? That's what you're excited about.
The next thing, everyone, that we'll be talking about is the week's animal news.
It's good.
I
got my leg up. It was so exciting.
Mine is. So we'll talk about the animal news of the week, and a lot of people, because there's a lot of support for animals these days from I don't know if you've heard of Veganuary, but it's this propaganda that they've started, and essentially what Veganuary promotes is you're just going to let a bear live in your living room.
A bear. That's really difficult, because if you're living in London, you have to import the bear.
It's
rude. You can do that with planes. Oh, carbon.
Yeah.
Carbon footprint. Fucking hypocrites.
Yeah, and then you've got the millennials now tweeting a picture of it says, "Oh, Veganuary 2012 got a little out of hand," and then it's them now with just their arm around a beer.
It's gross. It's also it's hypocritical. It's disgusting. It makes me very sad. I think you have to look around if you want to get involved in veganuary. What I will say is look at the animals that are around you and see how you can help. You know, pop a worm on your hand, tip your hat to a snail.
Yeah.
Ask a mollusk, you know, or a fly.
Yeah.
How you? It was World Mental Health Day yesterday, which I don't care for because I think it's pointless. But no one asks worms how they are.
No.
One asks.
Have you even asked a pigeon who he's voting for?
I asked a pigeon who he is.
Yeah.
Let that sink in.
And they're kind of. Yeah. And I'm being made to give up meat.
I'll eat a pigeon if I like, please.
Oh no, I'll take a bite out of the guy.
Yeah. He's got what? He's got his mouth full of, you know, my plastic sandwich wrapper. I'm taking that back. I'm reclaiming that.
What about the ocean? Do you think octopus?
What about it?
Octopus?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start a dialogue. You know, to absolutely tweet in. Is it?
Is octopuses? Is it?
Is it?
And also, like, as well, I think a really important question that we're not asking about octopuses is like, can it and will it?
It won't.
Well, that's your opinion because you have your man opinions, but some of us have a little bit more.
Here we go.
Sorry, some of us will actually broaden our. Some of us can't finish ours. There's a lot going on.
Let me explain something, Stephen. It's the male is the hunter-gatherer from even dinosaur times. And we've had to go out and work in a call center. And meanwhile, use lots have been, you don't even have to hunt a mammoth. You go in, you're watching your television. And exactly, you can only insult because you don't know, you don't have a valid comeback to debate.
Sorry. Bollel, can you please tell me one time you have hunted and gathered a mammoth?
Okay. You go as the self-service machines. Okay.
Good point.
Have you had the new orange twirls?
Oh no. But I've seen them and I've thought, you can't because, you know, society won't allow it.
Yeah, and that's the difference. That's the key difference. And you won't have that. You won't have it you won't hear that on Radio 4 because it's the truth and liberal.
You don't.
Elite.
No. Don't you ever refer to me as a liberal elite. Do not you liberalise me in that elite way again, please. Okay, I am a working class woman who is very right wing, and I won't take that. I won't take that from you, big or small.
Yeah. When when you say these things.
What things?
You made me feel that big.
Well, maybe you need to work on yourself, okay? Maybe you need to work on yourself sometimes.
I'm sick of this thing about class of generation me. Now, I am too in working class. My parent, my dad... My dad...
You're not.
All right, if I can finish. See, this is what they do, everyone. This is what they do.
Would you let me finish?
This is what they do.
Please.
My dad...
A thing.
My dad sold Woolworths, okay, and he gave me a small grant of a million paid in installments, okay. So I know what it's like to work.
Okay, right. If we're gonna go there,
yeah,
we'll go there. My dad, he's not a baron, he's an earl. He could only give me one house and only one servant. And yeah, I call them a servant. I don't call them a maid. That's an outdated term.
No.
I say what I see.
And you see
They
what you
serve me. Do.
do. You see what you do, and
And
I know him.
so
I've met your father at the ambassador's party.
yeah, and he wasn't wearing a tie.
He had
I
a
think
cloak.
you'll remember. He was wearing a cloak because, as well, he's a Freemason, and he is a member of a cult. Anyway, like, can we not? It's not about my dad. You know, it's not a competition. The show is not a competition. Bilal.
You're right. Look, agree to disagree. Well, I think
Look,
we're on the
both
same
very
side.
good working class women. We're both working class people.
Women, people.
We're both working class women.
People, women.
Peeps.
Now,
Let's just call ourselves peeps.
I was supposed to do animal news.
Yeah, well, you got a bit involved in class again, didn't you? You can't help it.
You started it with the.
You started
You
it.
brought up the class. I just wanted to have a go at women.
This is going to be all over the fucking tabloids tomorrow. Oh, Stephen and Bilal at each other's throats again, almost like it's great television. Can't tear your eyes away from it.
The Daily
Please.
Star is going to say the moment that they cried.
Wow, I haven't yet.
And then you click on it, and we did it is real, genuine one for the first time, crying. The Daily Star, everyone.
Wow. What's the best thing, animal related, that has happened to you this week? That's what the people want to know.
Okay, right. So time for the animal news, everyone. Saw a video of a cat wearing some glasses, and I said, well, why can't we all do that? Sort of.
Why can't
Why?
we? Can.
Why can't we all do that? And it certainly changed my outlook on. Certainly changed my outlook on the world. And you seen the one with the cat playing a piano?
The one, do you mean a video?
No, there's a cat in the Covent Garden
No.
in London, capital of UK.
No, I'm saying no.
No.
No, that's
No
not.
to which bit? No to Covent Garden?
All of it. No, it's not.
It's
You
not?
haven't seen it. It's not, and you haven't seen it, and Covent Garden's not the capital of London.
I disagree.
All right, fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong. I'll wait.
See, look, lefties. This is how you have a debate. You go, prove me wrong, bitch.
Yeah. I do a thing. You know, Speaker's Corner.
I've seen you there. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the cat playing the piano round the corner there, and there's me saying, yeah, you're cancelling me.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm being cancelled. Prove me right.
Bustering.
Yeah.
Classic move. Prove me wrong. The cat with the piano. Tell me about it. Enlighten me.
Prove me right. I am, and that's very clever. You can have for example.
Look, he's given it all this. What's that? That's not a cat playing the piano.
What is it?
Give me a cat playing a piano. Tell me what you mean.
That was kind of it. There's a little guy, and do you know Steely Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that it? It's a really good story, though. Like, you know what? They can say what they want, and by they I mean me, because I was very rude to you. But what happens is then you just come back with like such a great anecdote that I can't deny.
Thank you.
I can't deny it.
And listen, I disagree with a lot of what you say, and I don't generally respect you because I don't believe in decency. I wasn't raised that way. I was raised very badly, and so I think you're appalling. But there are times when you do things that I think, okay, that's fair. I can understand, and that's
same.
how we move forward as a United Kingdom of England.
Yeah, we are very representative of, I think, the United Kingdom of England in our views and just how we like. You can see this now. You don't see this a lot on your social media, do you?
That's it.
Two people who have opposing views, you know, right wing, like a little, like quite right wing, and very rich, quite rich. You don't see these sorts of people kind of
You wouldn't see it.
coming
You wouldn't see it.
together
No.
and going like shaking hands. Let's shake hands.
You don't see that.
Don't see that, and you should see that more.
And you should see it more. Absolutely. You know, you've got Samuel L. Jackson going on about something or other. And then and then you've got a good lad like Piers
Brosnan.
Piers Brosnan from the morning television telling it like it is. And if them two can't get on, what hope do we have of getting rid of cancel culture, which is the aim?
That is the aim, yeah. I think actually underneath it all, it's interesting, isn't it? Sometimes you can see underlying. It's cancel culture, basically. The whole thing. If we get rid of cancel culture, we will solve everything.
Thank you for saying that.
Specifically, what you just said.
Can I just
there.
thank you for saying that sincerely?
Well, as long as you allow me to welcome that, thanks.
And I will say you're welcome.
That's very kind.
And you don't see that these days.
The tabloids won't pick that up, will they? They're going to pick up the bit where we argued, and they're going to leave out the bit where we really like. Ow. Yeah. So the next part, I think. Well, I think we've exhausted animal news.
I think we covered it.
We covered it like a lot. But the next section is something that's very close to my heart. It's something that I'm very interested in as a woman and a lover. It's Science Watch. It's not about watches, guys. You notice I'm not wearing it because, like, we all know what watches do.
We know.
I don't have to 5G.
We'll come to that.
Yeah, the Great War.
The Great what?
The Boer War.
The
That's all I'm going to say. The Boer War of the 1800s. That's all I'm going to say, folks, and you know what I mean by that. But let's go on to the science segment of the week.
Yes.
Look, I'm not going to beat about any bushes. It's apps, isn't it?
It's apps.
It's apps. It's apps.
And what do you want to say about apps? Did you want to?
Yeah, I've got a lot to say about apps. I was just pausing because I was just thinking about apps. So I've got a lot to say about. It's not. I don't have anything to say about. We've all got a lot to say about apps. Apps are dangerous, aren't they? And this week, it's really come to a head in the scientific community. If you've been reading, Science Magazine, Covalent Bonding Weekly, and also Chemistry Time. Chemistry Time. You'll know that apps are big news, and we've all got apps on our phones. If you have a phone,
Stephen, I can't get off the apps.
Look, he's on the app now. I've had an app running the whole time. You didn't even know.
Which one?
You didn't. It was moths. It tells me whether there are moths nearby.
Are there any?
No. What app did you have up?
I had this one that counts your feet.
Maths.
Oh
right. Sorry, I didn't hear that, and I just had to go and get something. No, I just had to. Yeah, I sneezed, and then I had to go and retrieve something from down there. Sorry, you've got an app that counts how many feet you have.
Yeah, it just buzzes in the middle of the night, and it's like 2. And I go, thank God, that's a load off my foot.
That's a load off your foot and your leg, actually. Your hamstring, or as it's known, your hammy. Your hammy the hamster. You preempted me there. So app. Here's an example of some apps See,
Wow.
there,
So so are those all apps?
there. Sorry, yeah, I should make that very clear. Oh, I'm just gonna. There, so everything you see there, that's an app. Apart from obviously the bit where you can see, so this bit is an app. This
Yeah.
bit's not an app. This is very much organic tissue, and this is
Okay.
app.
You don't
Tissue.
consider that any of that an app. That you just we're speaking. So guys, do please try and follow along at home. We're talking solely about what is on the device. That is
Device that. So these small boxes, yeah. What's that? That's not an apple.
Audible.
All right. The problem with apps, as it's now come to all of our attention, is that they are actually incredibly dangerous for us. They are
Toxic.
well. Thank you so much for saying that. They are toxic. They are. I've already said it, but I'll say it again. Dangerous. One of the main reasons they're dangerous, and I don't think if you're watching at home or if you're watching outside or if you wherever you're watching.
You can
Excuse me.
in a cinema.
In a cinema, in a bank,
In a bunk.
in
In a bank. In a bunk bed.
in a bunk bed, inside a station.
Train station or tram.
Could be anything, really, couldn't it?
Tram
Where-
to Altrincham.
Or to Bury.
Bury.
Who can play at that game? We can name trams if you want. What was I talking about? I was talking about apps, and the reason that I don't remember is because my attention span has been hacked away by apps. How are they doing
No
that?
way.
Or should I say, how are they doing that? But you wouldn't know what I meant if I said that.
How are they
That's
doing
not
that?
the word. How are that doing? Doing that?
How are that doing that? Put.
App. Put
How
is,
a put. That.
that. Ah.
Ah.
What happens is, think about it.
Think about it.
The thumb. Your thumb
Okay.
touches the app.
Right.
The data goes up your thumb, into your hand. The government can track this wherever it's going. Where is it going? Oh, it's over here. The Labour know where you are. It's not the Tories, obviously. It's Labour.
Corbyn.
Corbyn knows where you are.
I had a feeling.
Oh, she's moved a bit to the left. Wow, she's over here. It's all transfers to your thumb. So in a way, I've got my emails in there. I've got my maps in there. And is that a coincidence? Apps, maps? Don't think so.
Oh my god.
In fact, actually, if it's okay with you, I'd quite like to. We've actually got an expert on the show, Dr. Dr. Michaelmas.
Dr. Michaelmas. Okay, I'll pop out and.
Yeah, if you pop out, and I'd like to talk to him about this. Thank you. Hello, Dr. Michaelmas.
Hi, Stephen.
Hi. So I just wanted to ask you a little bit about the app thumb theory that it's everywhere right now. It's even more prevalent than the thing about Honda, which is just
They're talking about it on Loose Women. They're asking President Donald. Everyone's talking about the thumb.
And I can see you've got your thumb out there, out and proud. So how does it work? How does the information transfer from your app to your bidet?
So, Stephen, let me use an analogy that I use often when speaking of things concerning science.
Yes.
The thumb contains 1 billion million molecules that, when they make contact with a mobile phone, a cell phone device, and we've studied this here for 30 years, the apps can go into your mouth through the thumb, and you could die.
Well, many questions here, but I guess what I have to ask is, how can you die?
heart attack, drive-by shooting.
Does it depend on the app? So, for example, is I want to have a bone app, the popular dating app that we're all on.
Yeah,
Is
yeah. I
that
want to
more
have a
or less,
bone.
I want to have a bone? Is that more or less dangerous than the physiological app? What bone is this? The
Very,
one where
very good question. If you're looking at the BBC Sport app, because of the frequency of goals scored in United Kingdom, then that could really set you off, and you could even catch fire. But if you're looking at who am I gonna bone, then if you're looking at
okay.
who the bone app, it really depends on the amount of matches you're gonna get, and that you will die also of fire.
Okay, so what the situation we're at the moment is that any app that you put through your thumb, you will die of fire.
Uh
This
huh.
is an exclusive on this week or the week that's just happened or maybe has happened, depending on what tense you're in. The final question I think that's on everyone's lips, or thumbs, or apps,
Yeah.
or heart,
Uh huh.
is okay. I'm on my phone. Oh no, I've just touched the WhatsApp app or the any app involving boning. I know now there's only a certain amount of time between pressing that app
Uh huh.
and me going on fire. What can I do in that interim period to mitigate the symptoms with which we are all struggling as a people and a Western society?
That's an absolutely beautiful question, and can I just say thanks for asking.
Thank you.
You're gonna wanna go on the Let's Bone app, find your love of your life, and then you wanna
Yeah.
call your parents and say, "I'm about to die. I love you all." And can I just say, I think with when you're looking at Joe Biden or Kamala Harris, you're only really getting half the story. But with President Donald, you're seeing more what the people want.
Okay, I mean that. Yeah, that is true, but that's got nothing. So if I'm going to die,
Uh huh.
I just have to tell people I'm going to die. There's
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
there's nothing. There's actually nothing anyone can do. So you might as well just go on the
You
apps
can
then.
freeze yourself in a freezer.
How would that have any effect on what we're talking about?
You could come out in 2,000 years, and probably some kind of
On
spaceships. Have you seen Equilibrium starring Gareth Bale?
Yeah, he's very very good at acting, isn't he? I have seen it. Is that why happiness is illegal?
Yeah.
Emotions are illegal.
They
Was I
fight
got
with guns. Yeah, yeah. I don't remember.
No, that's great. Have you seen Marriage Story?
Yeah, beautiful piece of
Quite
work.
good.
Being alive.
Lovely. Well, it's been really helpful actually, and I think we can all agree that now we know more about apps. Thank you so much, Doctor
Thank you, Stephen.
Mickelman.
And can I plug my book?
You can always plug anything you like.
Okay, it's called "The Problem with the Rest of the World." It's a satire about the baseball industry with a look at um. Th- thank you.
Yeah, no, that's very good. I just got a copy of your book down here, had a little look at it. I just read it then. It's really good. Everybody,
Thank you.
you
It's
should.
4 pages.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Okay.
Dr. Mickelman. See you
Goodbye.
soon. Goodbye. Well, that was really illuminating, and I think, I mean, everyone here, we're getting a lot of letters, we're getting a lot of mail, people saying, very very helpful. This is the doctor that should be in charge of COVID, which I think is the name of the person who was involved in the job situation with Ripples.
Ah,
He
yeah, of
knows
course.
what he's talking about. So many letters. Thank you so much. Keep writing in.
Thank you. Should we
Um,
have a look at some of the letters now?
Oh, I'd love to look at some of the
So,
letters. Yeah.
but as we're getting those up, I'd just like to say thank you, Rational Carl, for gifting out 5 subs. That's very rational. Thank you very much. And Swizney, thank you for the 3-month resub. Currently watching this on an app. Oh, I think according to that scientist, that's bad news, right?
Yeah, that's really, really bad. That means that you will either go on fire now, or you'll go on fire like in a little bit. And also that Trump is making sense and Joe Biden isn't.
I mean, I really agreed with that. The last thing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just say it like it is.
Yeah, say it like it is. Say it like, do it like a dude.
Do it like a dude. Is that?
Yeah, it's a song.
Do it like a mandem.
I don't know what that song is or what that word means.
And we're gonna just we'll get into the. So has anyone said anything good or not really?
Oh, what? Sorry, were we at, well, am I? You didn't actually specify that I was supposed to be going through to.
Oh no, I am as well, but
Yeah, no, that's fine. Lots of people saying some things.
Oh, this is good. Our hardcore folklore said, "I think it's terrible what's gone and happened. No excuse." But then again, fair enough, I suppose. That's really something.
Oh, you're talking tweets. Sorry, not the letters.
Looking at? Oh, the letters.
I was looking at all the letters that we've been getting. Yeah, no, absolutely. We've had quite a lot, and I thought that was one of my favourites. It was the clearest, wasn't it? What's your take on that?
I think there's a lot to be said about things that have gone and happened. And I agree that there's no excuse. I really think you can never have an excuse for any regardless of. And I think, and then fair enough, I suppose, is really, I suppose it is, isn't it? When at the end of the day.
We can't really argue with it.
No.
There's one, we had another, which says, did you get an MBE? The answer's no. No, we'll talk about it. Did you get an MBE?
Did I get an MBE?
Yeah.
I got a meal deal in the week.
That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing.
Similar.
Oh, maybe it is.
Is that what they meant? I don't know. Please write in.
Write in.
Right, you have to send a letter though because you can't do another tweet. That's not allowed.
Yeah, you got to send in. We had another great message. Oh yes, Rational Carl says we should all invest our money in pumpkins. They are all the rage right now. I've got a feeling they will peak in January. Really great to get a tip from somebody who seems to be on the inside of the industry, the pump industry or the kin industry, as it's known.
Akin to pump.
He's a proper kinner.
He's a
he's our.
He's a pump. He's a pump.
He's a
pump.
Just the middle P of the word.
Pump. Oh yeah.
Oh, he's pumping some kins. But are you buying some kins?
Stephen, you know me. If I'm not eating a pumpkin, I'm not experiencing the gratitude, greatness of life. I write a gratitude list every morning. Pumpkins on there. And so's democracy.
Wow.
What's on yours?
That's very lefty of you, isn't it? Gratitude list. You're happy.
No, but then I've got communism crossed out.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Yeah.
What's on yours?
I've got the colour blue. Fascism. And
I've got Mussolini.
Yeah. Good guy. And I've also got decorative cushions.
Oh, that's something.
You pop them on your bed
and
then take them off the bed, but you never actually use them or sleep on them.
That's something to be gratitude for. And why not write in everyone on tweets? What are you gratitude for this Christmas? I'm certainly happy about my Bulldog sensitive skincare and also Hondas, which I've seen out and about.
Everywhere. I can't actually. There's actually again. I can't. Can we not bring it up because it's too constant. And we've got one more, which I thought was quite interesting. Yanis Cove says, I say we should bring back old coins for currency and get rid of paper and electronic money. That's very interesting, isn't it? Like I feel that since we've been using the credit and debit cards, that we are inputting too much of our details when you could just use a coin and it would be like, well, I don't know who's given that to me. That could be Stevie Stephen,
Stephen.
or an old pirate.
Called
I
Steve.
won't know. Called Steve. Called old, one-eyed, one-legged John
twat.
Steve. Old twatty Steve.
I'm glad you brought this up. And can I just say to the lad who what was it? Andy
Cove.
Andy Cove. Thank you so much for writing in, and I hope you're well, and I hope you're really enjoying and are grateful to your royal family.
Sorry, I just had to put my glasses on.
That's okay. And can I say I'm glad you brought that up, because I really think listen when I was a lad, okay, how much was a Freddo? Half a shilling, okay.
Half a shilling.
Now,
or a tuppence if you're lucky.
If you're lucky, and in those days, I mean, there's a war on, so you'd be lucky to get a grenade in the packet of Fred.
The roses.
Apparently, the war of was it chocolate roses?
Yeah, the war of chocolate roses, and also of Leeds. Thomas Cromwell.
Thomas, Patrick Bamford, of course.
Yes, and Olivia Bannister.
And these days, a Freddo, you're going in there and they're charging you upwards of €89.99 euro.
And it's a subscription.
And it's a Freddo, and you've got to get the Freddo hat, you've got to get the jacket, you've got to get the magazine, and I just want to eat a small chocolate frog, lad.
Yeah.
But
also, if you say that to the cashier, then they have to give you the chocolate for free.
They have to give it free. It's like when you ask someone if they're a police officer and they're undercover, they have to say they are.
I'm a police officer.
I'm a police officer.
My name is Stephen, and I am the arm of the law.
Yes. I have a taser. So please bring back shillings, bring back hanging. Let's go back to the 1910s.
Bring back hanging. Bring back just sort of like finding women guilty of witchcraft. There's not enough of that. I think as well, just stop people coming in.
I'll tell you what, Stephen. Sometimes in the workplace, when there is a female, and they're very good at multitasking, and I say, surely that's some kind of witchcraft, we should have them killed.
Yeah, you have said that, but then because little tip for all my ladies listening, and I know there's loads of you. I've seen you in the chat. I've seen you writing in. Little tip for the ladies. My ladies' night. Call yourself Stephen, and then no one can question you. That's
worked for you in the industry.
It's worked for me. It means that I've had 3 counts of witchcraft leveled against me. Actually, this evening, there's been a man came in before.
Yeah.
Where you might have seen me doing that off camera. It's him. It's this guy. he won't stop trying to get me hanged. Hunged.
No, burnt. Is that what? What did they do?
Dunk in water.
Didn't they do it like, if you float like a duck, then you're free to go. You are a duck now. But then if you sink like a duck,
yeah, then you're no duck of mine, ye old witch.
Those were the days. They bring it back.
Where's your beak? It's a witch's hat.
And can I say on the subject, can we just, let's go to war with whoever, take your pick.
Yeah.
And let's start the conscription again. Let's send all the snowflake generation, the veganuary lot, teach them a thing or two, pop them, give them a shield and a sword and a pistol, send them into
battle.
Denmark. I don't know.
Well, there's probably a war going on. That you do realise that yours truly will be. I don't mean me. I mean yours.
Truly me.
I'm true about this. You'll be going to war if that happens. What do you feel about that? What would you do if you were sent to war, which you've just said that you have to be?
Well, I can't go because I'm unwell. I have a note from the doctor, and it says, my patient, although stunning, although handsome, although dedicated to his profession, moisturizing with Bulldog, exfoliating twice a week, um, he can't fire a gun, although he likes guns a lot and he thinks they should be brought in to Britain. He can't go to war for that because his legs will flare up. But
What I'll say to you, and
Yeah.
what I'll say to everyone else is, the week that just happened,
where
WEAK, you.
there's nothing.
You're-
Listen, there's absolutely nothing weak about me. Strong lad.
I actually don't think you fulfill the height restrictions
Mm.
for war. Okay, next up, so we've had science. Where can we possibly go next?
Before we
Possibly-
go forth, can I do a couple of things? I'm so sorry.
You've got to tell. People have written in,
Yeah.
so you've got to acknowledge them.
I just want to say, pair of haters, thank you for the 2-month streak. Thanks for the quality content. I don't know who they're talking. So, also, I feel like we've neglected that we have some people in the studio with us chatting away, and I've not acknowledged them. There's the tweets, and I'll just
Yeah.
read one or two things they're saying just to appease
Oh
them.
yeah, no, I think it's
Because
very important.
Appeasement works as low-paid workers and socialists should be first on the line, says celebratory honk.
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 What? As in the front line?
As in a goose honk, I think.
Sorry, I thought you meant honk as in front line. Do you mean line as in front line?
I
As
think
well.
I think they're talking about the line of. I have no idea.
Because I think probably just put women and children on that line.
I'd put women and children, and it's character building. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
When
it's
listen. When I was a young boy, there was no health and
There we go.
safety. There was nothing saying wear a helmet when you're gonna kick flip a board surfing. There's none of that. There was you could.
sorry. Nobody wears a helmet surfing.
Oh, they do these days.
Oh my god!
Yeah, don't even get me
No
started.
Please continue then.
What next? Living in a I tell you what, if these snowflakes continue with the way they're going, then what next? They're going to live in a house from the three pigs. Going to get blown down by who does it? What's the? Have you seen that film?
It's Virginia Woolf.
It's Virginia Woolf, and then that's going to.
She blows the house down. Look, I don't know what's going on with you, but you need to focus. I don't know what that diatribe was, but we can't have more of that. Whatever you just said there.
I think I hit the nail on the head, and I think.
No, I think there's no nail there, and there's no wood, and there's no head, and I don't know what. So you just like an old man rambling on.
It is what it is, and so James has written in.
Oh, thank God, James, please.
The cancel culture said that meal deals were now only for asylum seekers, which is classed to be fair, but I'm outraged. What's your take?
I think, look, if Boots want to provide for asylum seekers, that's all right with me. I don't care. That's good.
No, I think we should. If you want to come to the England, you've got to do a test, and you've got to say all the things that make you truly English. You've got to say, favourite thing, only fools and horses. Favourite thing, number 2, darts. Favourite thing 4, bulldog English creams. It's got to be English.
Okay, so I've just got the citizen test up.
Okay,
let's
please.
see if Bilal would pass. As a British citizen, what are your responsibilities? You must choose 2 answers. 1, to respect and obey the law. 2, to walk your dog only during the day. 3, to go to church on Sunday. 4, to look after yourself and your family. Got to pick 2.
Oh, okay. I'd go to war on a Sunday, and I'd walk a dog into battle.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you've failed, so incorrect.
Thank you.
the answer was respect and obey the law and look after yourself and family. So we're not letting you in.
But that's not the real test. That's you're reading the Guardian Football Weekly or something.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. I was, yeah. Because
Yeah.
the second question is what's your favourite football? Is it
Round.
round,
Blue.
or is it
Or is
a
Chelsea?
black hole in space? Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't believe
Do you
in all
have
that.
more business before we move on to the next section?
No.
Well, then let's just plow ahead. So we've already had science, if you can think back that far. Let's plow straight on into completely different category, tech.
Right.
So Bilal, this is your rodeo.
Okay.
What tech would you like to introduce to me? A
Okay.
lady who's never seen tech before.
A lady. I mean, this really is again. So everybody. So what we're going to be talking about, everyone. I don't know if you've heard. There's a brand new technology. It's a tech that has come into the Western civilization, and it's known as VR, virtual relaxing headsets. The people I can see absolutely gasped, and I'm going to demonstrate it now if everyone is ready. So
Awesome.
I'm now wearing the VR headset.
Can you just tell us? Can you just tell us what can you see?
Wow.
Can you hear me? Can you hear my
Hello,
voice?
Stephen.
Follow my voice, Bilal.
Stephen.
Zafar. Can you hear my voice now? Tell me what you can see in your vicinity.
I think it's a war. I think.
You got the war. Why did you go for the war virtual reality? Relaxing.
I think it's. No, wait. I think this is. It's Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. The War of Pac-Man.
But I'm a ghost.
Okay, you need to walk forwards until you find a door.
Thank you. So ultra realistic. I'm going through the door. Can you
great.
see this? Can you see what I can see? The Pac-Man.
No. So the thing about virtual relaxing headset is that you can see it, but we can't. So it's just a man in some glasses.
No, I think this is real. I think
Okay.
our reality is the fake one because there's a yellow lad. He's round. His name's Mr. Pac-Man, and he's running around eating dots, man.
That's Jeremy Pac-Man.
That's Jeremy Pac-Man. Should arrest this creep.
You need to debate him about politics, but you need to win.
Okay. All right. Pac-Man. Jeremy Pac-Man. You're wrong about it all, and you should be in jail.
Did you go to Oxford? That's me being Jeremy Pac-Man. Did you go to Oxford?
Yeah.
Which college?
Oxford Brookes.
That's not Oxford proper. So unfortunately, I'm going to kill you.
Thank you, Pac-Man.
Goodbye.
It was wonderful to meet you.
Great to meet you as well. Get in me. How
Game over. Game over.
Look, so I'm just gonna a quick Q&A. How did that feel overall?
Am I bleeding?
From
the eyes?
but
No.
you probably will be bleeding from your anus.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, right, yeah. But that's just normal.
That happens anyway. Yeah, you know about
fine.
this. We sent the email round.
Yeah, the round robin.
That will happen.
Okay, cool.
That was really incredible.
Would you recommend that others try
I would recommend it. So this is a new VR. This one was €980. I got it in Dublin.
Mm-hmm.
And you can really see Mr. Pac-Man. And I thought he was there with me. And the thing is, I know him in real life. And we've had dinner together multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
We had a giant steak that we shared, where there's a giant and one plate, and you just keep eating until you get in the middle, and then you hug. Excuse me.
Sure. You probably kissed.
I don't see how that's relevant.
fine. I'm just trying to build some sort of context here. So, how did you acquire the
Yeah.
VRH?
This. So I went into a shop there. They said,
Yeah.
"Hello, sir." I said, "I want your latest gadgetry because I'm on the telly." And they said, "I recognize you." And I said, "Well," I said, I went like this. I went, "Stay lucky."
Oh, very good. That's very good.
And I signed several. I signed I signed a PS2,
Wow.
they sold me that for €980, and read the manual. It said put your battery in AAA 4 batteries. Put it on just now. Went debated Pac-Man. I'd highly recommend it, and I think isn't it incredible what they can do with technology these days? Given in the past you couldn't even do anything, and now it's too much to comprehend.
Well, it's great that they're kind of using it to for good. You know, they're using it to really like improve our lives. You can debate Pac-Man. You can talk to the quiz show host Michael Parkinson. You can chat to Michael Barrymore about
You
what
can,
happened there.
you
There's
can,
you can talk to pretty much any celebrity,
any
any specific celebrities.
any daytime television guy. You can go on Top Gear, and it doesn't have the technology for you to get in the car yet, but you can do
No.
the bantering in the studio when when everyone's standing around.
Love that, yeah. Or you could be in the audience and you can just be like going,
And you can be in the audience of Jules Holland,
Hootenanny.
Hootenanny, and you can
You can be like,
yeah,
or you can also do Top of the Pops,
Top of the Pop.
1 or 2, and be behind Simon Mayo when he's got his glasses on, being like, top 10 is the Scissor Boys with a kiss. You know?
Yeah, and then he steps forward and he stepped in some mayonnaise because you've put that there.
He steps in some mayonnaise because you're thinking ahead. You
Exactly.
are thinking ahead because you've got a VRH on your head.
VRH, and I'd recommend it, everyone. I'd say get the VRH. Amazing. I was controlling it with my mind, and I did have electric shocks there coming into the brain, and I did think I died.
Yeah, that will happen, but that's a small price to pay to interview Jeremy Pac-Man. Now, before we go to an advert break, we've got the culture section, which I'm really excited about. So the culture section basically is, you know, you've got your celeb gossip, you've got your video game, you've got your moving movies, you've got your moving pictures. Let's start with celeb gossip. So I don't know if you've seen Bilal, but there's been a pretty hot and spicy Twitter spat with Beppe from EastEnders and Stephen Mulhern.
I've been all over it.
I can't stop looking at their tweets. So I don't know, like, is silly, but do you want to just sort of go? We'll read out the alternating tweets of the Twitter spat.
Sure, that sounds wonderful. So shall I begin with Beppe's first?
Oh, Beppe DeMarco's first.
DeMarco.
Yeah.
So this is the tweet, everyone, and you've really got to get on Twitter now. It really is like modern day letters. So the first tweet that Beppe DeMarco said. So it's interesting because it was completely unrelated. It wasn't aimed towards Mulhern's. He was just trying to do a little bit of fun, and then so Beppe said, "Me, tired of all this football. Also me. Goal, got to score some more. That's it.
Right.
That's the tweet.
Yeah.
That was
part of the tweet. That was so good. And what was great is then Mulhern came in so hard with how it started, and then a screenshot of Beppe's tweet, and then how it's going.
Yeah.
And then a screenshot of Beppe looking real sad.
Real sad. A photo of Beppe went after he'd been shot in EastEnders, which was a bit far.
Because he was shot by, of course, Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad.
And then Beppe came back with Beppe came back with inject it into my buns, living in your head rent free. And it had a photo of a dog that honestly, it looks exactly like Mulhern.
That makes sense now.
Inject
I didn't see
it.
that one. Because then, of course, Mulhern fires back with that feeling when Monday got me like, and then a picture of Mulhern's face. We've all seen it.
We've all certainly seen it.
Yeah.
And then Beppe came back with no one. You hate this one. No one. And next line. Absolutely no one. Next line. Categorically 100% no one. Next line. Seriously no one. Me. Shut up, Mulhern, gonna stab you. And that's so funny.
So good. It's so good. Also, it was so good. And I thought, how is Mulhern gonna like respond? And then obviously he had Beppe is so unsuccessful. He had to get a job holding pints. New line. Mulhern, hold my pint.
Oh, yes.
Very good.
That's very clever.
He was actually sort of insulting himself, but I think he got confused.
He's a good lad, Mulhern. Beppe came back, and Beppe's a deep, close personal friend of mine. Beppe came back with Mulhern. Excuse me, that's a burp. It said, and this was quite a funny one. It said Mulhern and a nonce, and it had the two Spider-Mans pointing at each other.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And then, of course, very succinctly, Mulhern just fired back with, I was today years old when I found out Beppe was a bell end.
That's harsh.
It's really harsh, but it's also not messing about.
It's savage af.
It's lituff.
It's lit af.
Lightuf.
Lilt.
It's lilt. Also, you know what? I love how it just sort of it's now kind of in limbo. This spat, isn't it? Like, who's going to fire back? Who's going to fire back next? And what's great is like it doesn't affect anything or either of their careers, and
it's really not newsworthy.
No, it's not newsworthy at all. But it's just great. It's just great to see people tear and It's great to see Mulhern just getting his teeth out, baring his herns, and Beppe getting his Demarcos into Mulhern's ass. You know. So you've got some video game updates, some computer gaming.
Some computer game updates. Thank you, Stephen. Now, we're talking about a brand new game. We talked about, of course, we've got Pac-Man. That's Jeremy Pac-Man. You can get it on the VR headset. There's another new game one can get on a VR headset. It's called The Street Fighter. Stephen, have you ever had a fight?
Yes, on the way here.
On the street?
Yes, of course. I would never... A lady doesn't fight indoors.
Indoors, of course. And so you'll be, I'm sure, very up to date on this. You've got Ryu. He wears a thing on his head there, and white, and he will, he's gonna. You got a hard punch, a soft punch, a hard kick, a lighter kick, and he will do fire from his hand if push comes to glove.
Oh, that's very good pun.
Pardon.
No.
And you've got Vega. People probably don't know about Vega. He has a mask of sorts. And you can punch that right off. And then there's also Blanco, who's an electric boy.
Where are the women?
Oh, there's Cammy, who's absolutely mad. And Chun-Li, her Hadouken doesn't go far.
Right. Well, that's kind of that encompasses the spectrum of women. Mad or doesn't go far, so that's that. I like that.
Stephen, a mod in the chat did a poll for us, and between who won the battle between Beppe and Mulhern. Thank you for doing that. And it was Beppe with 61%.
That's really, yeah, that makes sense actually. Yeah, because I mean, let's be honest, Mulhern's toothless.
He is, and it was out of order when Beppe came back with the photo of, and he'd edited out his teeth, and he said, "Toothless, how you gonna eat that lasagna now? You nonce."
Also, me, I'm lasagna. That was
Me,
bad.
also me. Yeah, really clever, funny tweets.
Really clever. Like, I would like to actually just take a moment to thank both of them for coming up with such good tweets. It's nice. Oh, Bulldog break.
Bulldog break, everybody.
Bulldog break. Okay, well then I'll just do. I've got a very quick film review that we can do while you're doing your Bulldog.
Okay.
Oh yes. Yeah, what number do you give Street Fighter?
Oh, that's a 95 out of 1,000 because the problem is you can't walk around the streets there. You can walk around on the level where you're fighting Blanco. And there's also Mighty Binus. He is a chef who you have to fight at the end.
Right.
Psycho Crusher is his favourite move.
So it's like a virtual reality, like a restaurant-based game.
It's a restaurant-based game.
About the industry. Okay.
Each fight, there will be a dish at the end.
Mm.
And what is a dish that is served cold?
Crab.
Crab.
So I guess it's always crab at the end.
It's always crab.
Well, that's a little spoiler, I suppose, or a little cheat.
Sorry about
You
that,
can
everyone. That's a spoiler.
Make the crab. Well, I suppose it's all about the cheats, isn't it? You know,
it's all
you've
about
got
the cheats.
got your Sims Rosebud in your crabs.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Nice guys finish at the end. You gotta cheat in games.
Yeah. How's your skin? Skin update?
It's absolutely glowing.
Okay.
I'd really.
Being this close to him, it's not, but
it's absolutely glowing. Do you have a skincare routine?
yeah, I have a skincare routine. Get up, can of tuna, pop it on,
Pop it on.
throw it off,
Yeah.
just wipe it with doing this.
Yeah.
Then get facial surgery.
I've had hair taken out of my legs, and I actually didn't used to have eyebrows.
I know that. Yeah. You've told me that.
Yeah.
It actually is a testament to the strength of your leg hair, if I may be so bold.
Yeah.
But you're able to. This is my underarm hair.
Oh, so you didn't have eyebrows either? Ah.
No one's born with eyebrows.
Is that right?
Yeah, they have to implant. You have to redistribute the wealth.
So I was self-conscious about nothing.
Absolutely. This is why we need men to talk about their issues, okay? Because women, we chat, we talk. We're like, where did you get your eyebrows from? Got it from my underarm. Got it from my butt.
I've heard the women speaking about this, and it makes me furious.
And this is the thing. This is why we need to invest in our men. You know, the fact that you didn't know that. How old are you now? What, 70?
75.
Like, and you didn't know 75. You
Yeah.
didn't know that. It's really sad. It's a really sad state of affairs.
It's really sad. I mean, there should be a charity about eyebrows.
Yeah, there should be. Well, look, maybe this is the first episode. Maybe that can be our campaign going forward.
Eyebrows.
Eyebrows.
Eyebrows. You brows. Eyebrows.
We brows.
Eyebrows. You can do it now.
Yeah.
Did you know 70% of children in the EU are born with no eyebrows? £1.
Also,
sorry.
no, it's okay. You can speak over me.
Oh. £1.
No, it was worth it. £1.
I thought you were going to do the next bit.
I don't know what you want to do. £1.
Fish.
We'll do it. Sorry, let's track back.
Okay.
EU don't have any eyebrows.
I don't have any eyebrows. Are we?
Set me up again. We're doing the advert.
Oh, we're doing the advert. Okay.
Set me up again.
All right.
And I'll make you proud.
Okay, thank you. Did you know that all of the children in the EU and UK and bordering countries are born with no eyebrows. £1.
A month will help a woman pay for her man to get counselling to find out that he can have eyebrows put on his face. Otherwise, what's he going to do?
So sign up to
£2.
£2. Sign up today and you get sent a postcard of a man's eyebrows. £3.
I spoke to a selection of men, and 73% of them, when asked about their eyebrows, said, okay, we need to talk about this.
We need to talk about eyebrows. Eyebrows. So
5.
you. So I was going to do the closing of the advert.
That's what I was doing.
Oh, £5. Brows.
£6.
We all eyebrows.
£7.
And that's the end. That's the end, right?
Really good. What was great about it was it just felt very natural. It felt like something that we should, do more of.
We should go to schools and talk about that.
Yeah, and I think actually, we should just do what we just did there in schools. People would really respond to it. Well, you just got to get people talking, haven't you? That's what this show's about. It's about
breaking down barriers.
Breaking down barriers, bringing up really uncomfortable topics, and just like vomiting it right at you, so that you're like £1.
£1 fish.
£1 fish.
Do you remember that guy?
No, who's that guy?
He was on Britain's Got Talent. He went £1 fish, £1 fish. I
don't watch all of those talent shows. Talent, more like no talent.
No talent. Britain's Got No Talent.
Britain's Got X Factor, more like X is quite a low letter, so it would be no.
Right.
Talent. Yeah. Okay. Shall we have an ad break?
That was unacceptable.
Should we go to an ad break?
Let's have a quick ad break, everyone. We'll see you in a moment.
Great. Hey, I'm Stevie.
And I'm the other one.
He's Bilal. Please can you subscribe to our new podcast, Fucking Hell Mate, where we chat about forks.
And a knife.
But not spoons, because we're not spoons.
We're not perverts.
We're not sexist.
Have you ever wondered what about cutlery matters the most? Well, now you can with listening to this. Get it on BBC Sounds.
Spoiler alert, it's all about the pronging.
Haha. See you soon.
Oh. See you soon. Get it wherever you get your podcasts.
And thanks.
And okay, next. Is that
all from the advert? Is there more advert?
Yeah, there's more adverts. If you just go on to the next. No, not that advert. There's another ad. I gave you 5.
You want to do more? I thought I thought ad breaks would come separately. All the ads.
One ad break.
One ad break.
Like a TV show. Have you watched it? They don't do one advert and then just
yeah, but adverts aren't just photos.
That's a really good
right,
point.
I'm sorry. Dan RW. Do you know Dan RW?
Yeah, no, I do. He's a great.
That's your cousin.
Yeah, it's my cousin.
That's
your
cousin.
Man. My cousin Dan RW. Dan Rolf Wolfspanger.
Dan Rolf Wolfspanger, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the week that's just got and happened. We're just talking about the news and stuff, and thank you everyone for joining us again. If you've just joined, we're just discussing the important topics, all right? And that's Stephen. Okay?
Yeah.
Deal with it.
I think you should.
Right, and I'll be back after these quick messages.
Brilliant. Sorry. The road is long. And for the road, you need a car. A car that will take you to a place that you need to be, but you're not there yet. NatWest. I think it was worth having another advert. I think it was a great idea of
No, I
mine.
agree. No, it was good. It was all
It's
very
good
good.
to have an advert break.
All right, I
for me.
apologise.
It's
Right,
nice to have
it
a
was-
little refresher, and also there are sponsors. NatWest have sponsored us. So
NatWest.
NatWest,
There's Bulldog. Okay.
Baltic,
There's
fucking hell.
there's Bukowski.
Charles Bukowski is
Yeah.
sponsoring us.
Yeah, he's sponsoring.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, should we go to the next section, and then I guess you'll just put an advert up when I'm not expecting it. It's lifestyle. It's lifestyle with Stephen. Agony Auntie Stephen sorts your life out, but also with help from her friend. I've forgotten his name. So you, anyone who's writing in,
Yeah.
you're sorting that out.
Okay.
Write in with a problem that you've got in your life. I don't want
Okay.
any messing around. I want, there's lots of joking. I don't want any joking.
No mucking about, please. Give us your problems in the chat. I'm just going to sit cross-legged. I hope that's okay. Give us your problems in the chat. And
For your bottom there.
oh, that's better.
Okay, someone's relieved themselves, and it's not me.
My house. I've got one.
Oh, well, that's very fast.
I'll hit you. Of course. DRSA Media 84 says my housemate wants to fight me every day. What should I do?
Fight him. Just
Yeah.
fight him.
How?
And if he's got, it depends what he's got. If he's got a cane, I know people like to fight with canes. Caine, Michael Caine. If
Russell
he's
Caine.
weaponized Michael Caine or Russell Caine,
Harry Kane.
then Harry Kane, dynamite feet. Then you
Dynamite feet.
you hit back with one up from Kane, which is Willem Dafoe.
William Defoe. Up front, striker for Spurs. The Collins boys, the infamous.
Foeing.
I would agree. I think you've given some stunning advice there. I would say, did you see, if anyone saw that UFC video that's been going viral with that kick that the man did? I wouldn't kick him in the face, but I would kick the wall next to his face, and say next time, it won't be a wall. It will be
Your heart.
The heart. Capiche, lad.
That's good. Using words like capiche. I think
Lad.
as well, like if nobody has brought up a spear, I think just, you can introduce things like that. I don't think you need to wait for somebody else to show you the etiquette of this battle. You're paying rent too. So just go at them, hammer and tongs.
Hammer and
tooth
tong.
nail, bed and
breakfast. 4 in a bed.
4 in a bed, 2 having breakfast, 2 don't want breakfast, they're going to get breakfast elsewhere.
Come dine with me.
They're going to go and come dine with me.
Yeah.
And you're just standing there with a spear. Absolutely ram it to them, is what I'm saying.
Ram it to them, DRSA Media. You need to sort your problems out, okay? You can't be part of the snowflake elites, okay? You can't call the police. You've just... Thank you.
So that's an impression of someone calling the snowflake police, like, oh no, my housemate's got Michael Caine again.
I put a bet on Harry Kane and he missed a penalty. Snowflake police, come and console me. Give me a cuddle. It's pathetic what people are doing these days.
Just get a spear, get a
spirit guide.
Get a spirit guide, and just set that animal on the astral plane right into this plane.
Right into that.
I
hope that answered your question. Is there more?
I mean, I'm sure it does. No, I'm saying, is there any more?
Oh, there's
I'm on
plenty.
A roll. I'm hungry for agonising.
Look, Stephen is hungry for agonising.
Feed the beast, and by beast I mean me.
PC gone mad, says Josh Pearson. I agree with that.
That's not a problem. That's just you're just saying a state of affairs.
But I agree with it.
I agree with it 100%. PC gone mad. Yeah, the police have gone mad.
I hear a dog's Axiom says they have gone. Axiom says I hear a dogs for life, not just a lockdown, but want one anyway. Is stealing and releasing one the most ethical way?
Why
Wait,
would you release one and steal one? Just keep it.
what? Axiom, you want a dog, so you're gonna release one into what, a forest where it's gonna be scared of the deer?
No, yeah, don't. Or the dead.
The dead? You're gonna release it into a graveyard and there's gonna be zombies trying to give it a slap?
Dead deer zombies.
Yeah.
No, you've got. No, I'm sorry. I'm
Think
sorry.
on.
Think on.
Think
Jog
on.
on.
Jog on.
Get a dog.
Log
Keep it.
off. Jog
Log
on.
off. Cut some logs. Make a fire. Okay.
Go
Make
to
a fire.
bed.
Stay warm. Do the dishes.
Empty the dishwasher.
Or not. Or not.
Or not,
Depends.
it's really up to you.
Yeah, it's fine. Either way, just get a dog if you want one. If you think you can look after it for a long period of time and you're not gonna, you've got all of the necessary business for it, just get one. Stop fucking moaning about it.
What do you need? You need biscuit, you need dog biscuits, you need a bowl of water. Just F off. You need little roller skates for the dog. And you're in
roller
business.
skate. You need butter in case it gets stuck in something and you're gonna have to lubricate it and pop it out. That's what you need. You need a little hat. You need to give it a little tiny hat, a little top hat for Christmas, a little button hat for Halloween. Don't ask me what that means or why. Like,
Just
I'm not
do
a dog
it,
owner.
alright? Just get on
do
with
it.
it.
Put
Okay?
buttons on a hat, put it on your dog, and shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Next
shut
question.
up. Yeah, you creep. Put buttons on a dog. You monster. I'm sorry, Stephen, I just get passionate.
It's okay. Like, it doesn't offend me. I'm not one of those ladies you can't swear in front of.
That's brilliant. I wish they were all like that, but unfortunately,
A lot of you've got to say when you swear, and anyone listening who isn't a lady, and I don't know if there are any, when you swear you have to say present company excused. Oh, excuse me, present company
Excused.
sworn and it was me, and
Yeah.
you'll be upset
and
by
then
that.
you're like, the blooming train is late.
And then the lady will swoon unless you don't say present company might be upset by what I've said. Can you accept my apologies and my hand in marriage,
Butler says,
please?
I have a Honda engine in my car. Should I get rid now or hope they'll go up in price next year?
Can I get an element of my day without someone bringing up Honda again? I know they're leaving the F1 in 2021. I don't need to hear it again.
You knew it was going to happen, Stephen.
You take this. You're going to have to take this.
All right, I'm sorry. Butler, that's a great question, and I'm sorry everyone about Stephen having a breakdown live, but in fact, it's very interesting. Buying a car, as we know, would depreciate in value. It will go down sometimes. By the day, it's going down £100. I know. Trust me. I have a few Teslas in the back. Plug them in with an iPhone charger, and you ride in that beauty all the way to Essex and back. You're getting an ice cream. You're getting an ice cream on your tan. The Honda engine, however, is going to go up in value. So please, you want to take that out of the car. You want to remove it instantly. And you want to put it in the fridge.
I have nothing to add.
Stunning.
I believe that you believe that's advice, so I'm going to go with it.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. What about you?
See-
Do you have any cars these days?
No, I've got cards,
Cards.
like packs of cards.
How many?
52 in a pack.
So-
Give or take the odd one when you're like, do I need all the? There we go. That's an example, actually, a very good example of one. I've got tarot cards for just sort of baiting millennials with at parties.
Tarot. And what's the best reading you've done on a tarot?
Oh, I went to a I went to a football club and I did a reading for them. They were really struggling, and then I got fired. So that was the end of that.
That sounds brilliant.
It was all right. It was all right. The guy who runs the club is a fucking prick.
Lamb Tropics says, so I've been looking into environmental issues a lot recently, and
It's all bullshit.
my studies have been great up until recently. So I just wanted to ask, what is your opinion on a Honda engine leaving Formula One in 2020-21? What's the issue? Is there some sort of issue? What?
Yeah, there is. Could everyone just not?
Because they mentioned Honda.
I just don't want to hear about Honda anymore.
All right, what about Hyundai? Is that allowed?
I'll talk about that until the cows come home.
Okay, let's talk about Hyundai.
In the Toyota cars. Yeah, okay. Hyundai. Yeah, sure. Hyundai. They're great. Environmental issues, obviously, complete bullshit.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the environment. Carbon is a natural gas, so what's the problem with having a carbon footprint? It's natural, like leaves are natural.
Fracking.
It's like fracking's natural. Fracking. Like on the way here, what did I do? Stopped off at the service station.
Yeah.
Difficult because I obviously walked here because I don't have a car, but like stopped it anyway. Got a sandwich, did some fracking, came here. Like there's not, the trees are being cut down. Trees grow. Trees grow.
Yeah.
Carbon's
You know what doesn't grow? People.
What?
Okay?
Oh, great.
You're born, you stay the same size. Yeah, I've got to worry about a...
You know what also doesn't grow? Cars.
No.
Cars don't grow.
You stay in the same size.
It's the same size. Greenhouse gases. We've all been in a greenhouse. It's nice. What do you need when you want to bring plants to grow? You put them in a greenhouse, and now suddenly, the Earth, it's a greenhouse. Well, isn't that good? Well, what do you want? Do you not want to?
Mate,
this guy.
You're flipping mind up.
This guy's got a lot to say about it.
They can't. Steve, they want it both ways.
They want it both ways.
Want it both ways.
You want it. You dancing. You want it both ways.
They want it both ways, and you can't have it both ways. You got to make your mind up. Are you pro fracking, or are you pro JLS?
Yeah, you pro JLS. Do you want to go and see a gig, a show? Do you want to go and see Beyonce perform, or
please?
Are you pro environment?
Yeah.
You've got to think about these. The meat industry. We can't eat the meat. Well, you'll go and buy some clothes, won't you?
You'll have a chicken soup and you'll like it.
Thank you, and I will. I can't be doing with it, and I can't. Sure, the question was, what do you think about Honda leaving the F1? But nothing survives. Nothing exists in a vacuum, does it?
It doesn't exist in a vacuum.
Which also is very bad for the environment.
It's out of order. You're looking at the Atlantic.
Just don't plug anything in. Stop plugging things into the ocean, and then all the fish.
They're putting plastic in the ocean.
So I'd say, if you're one of these people who are fucking going to the ocean and putting plastic in it, get something better to do with your life.
Thank you, Steve.
I put it in the bin. I don't recycle because I'm not, a creep. But I put it in the bin.
I don't recycle.
I don't put it in the ocean. Who are these people in the ocean?
No. And then what? I'm sorry. Last time I checked, a jellyfish looks like a bag. It doesn't need a friend who isn't a bag.
That is such a good point. Also, I'm going to say this now, and this is going to really upset a lot of people, and I'm going to say it now, and I'm going to say it proud. If you're a fish in the ocean and you can't tell the difference between, a bottle top and some krill, then I don't think you deserve to live. I think you should swallow it. What are you? An idiot?
Wow.
Sorry,
are you feeling all right?
No, I'm feeling very het up, and I know.
Het up.
Het up. I'm feeling very hats off. Hat off.
Hats off. You're feeling very hats off. What do you? Should we
I'll take.
keep taking questions?
I'll
What do
take
you?
one more. Yeah, I'll take a few more.
All
Do
right.
you have anything
She's
remotely interesting?
absolutely up for it. Is anyone? Would anyone like to say anything interesting? Let's have a look. Glad someone has the guts to finally say it. Thank you, Mr. Callums.
Yeah, it's good. This is why this is a safe space, and like I don't care. Obviously, I'm gonna get shit for that tomorrow. I might get cancelled, but it's nothing that I can't handle. I'm not gonna. I'm not even gonna look at Twitter. Actually, I'm not even gonna look at it.
Tits Ballistic
That's offensive.
said, "Do you think comedy festivals will get back next year or ever?" What the hell
I
does
don't
that
even know
mean?
what that means.
What's a
What's
festival?
What's a comedy?
Fish are just bath bombs that haven't died yet. That's a good thing that Psych Tyson said.
It's very helpful actually, and it's true. When you go into Lush, they're all just different fish.
So just to clarify, says Lamptropsix, are you pro meal deal or pro jellyfish? For God's sakes, Lamptropsix, pick a side and stop being a liberal.
It's simple, isn't it? It's one or the other, and stop, presenting it like it's a debate. It's not.
Mr. Callums.
Does anyone have any things that they want solving, or is it just going to be comments on, our incredibly articulate, incredibly impressive rhetoric?
Stephen wants a question.
Question. I want to be fed like a jellyfish eating a plastic.
Mr. Callum said, my stepdad is trying to cancel me. What should I do?
Kill him.
How do I clean a bath well? That's Tits Ballistic again.
With a well mop.
With a well mop.
A mop with a very, very big
What
stick.
are they teaching in schools these days, Stephen? Because it's with a well mop, but you learn that in math.
You learn that in math. It's like day 1 of math. 1 + 1 is 2. Well mop, big handle, equals a clean bath well. You pop it down, you give it a rummage, you then bring it back up again, and you eat whatever you find. That's what you do.
KVD Mike says, what is the best tense?
As in tents, as in like a 2-man tent or like a 5-man tent.
I think, you can get the 1-man tent that feels like you're in a coffin.
That's not a good one.
I think that's wonderful.
That's not a good one. You're camping on. Why are you doing that?
In my garden.
Oh right, fair. You didn't say that. Yeah, fair enough.
I'm camping in my garden in a coffin.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I like to camp in my garden in an actual wooden coffin. I find that a bit more.
It's relaxing.
Just a bit more secure. A bit more relaxing. A bit more secure.
Have a little pamphlet and relax.
But you can't see in the coffin. It's too dark. You've never been in one. This is why you've got the sort of. If I might say, I'm just going to say you've got your wimpy 1-man tent where the sun's coming through, so you can read. I can't read anything in a coffin.
You get the little book light.
Oh, I've never thought about that. All right, I'll buy a book light. Thank you. That's really helpful. See, look again, just together. Cohesion. Tenet. Go on.
Ian Q Blank. Who are you talking to me? You talking about me? Who is
What,
better?
you started?
Beppe. I
started?
thought Ian Q Blank was starting. Who is better, Beppe DeMarco or Stephen Mulhern? I think Beppe won the.
But Beppe's just better, isn't he? Stephen Mulhern's like a paste.
Like a
very
paste.
nice. When you get let's just name some pastes. You've got toothpaste, you've got salmon paste, you've got a pate, which arguably is a paste. And it's fine if you served it. You're like, yeah, all right. You know what? I'll eat it. But I'm never going to go out looking for it.
That's stunning. Dan Peth says, which planet is the biggest? England.
Yeah. England.
Yeah.
Sorry. Can we vet these? Can someone vet these?
Someone vet these. Could we get some bands for everyone?
Yeah. Doesn't make obviously. Come on.
Should
come
we
on.
Do?
Yeah.
Stephen, we got. Is there anything in particular you wanted to discuss, or we could?
Fruit.
Yes. Yes, I think that is what it is now. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Now the final thing we're going to do is we're going to take part in a debate. I know that there's been some debate today or that's happened. But that wasn't supposed to happen. It was all supposed to be very professional, but it's gone. It's gone bad.
It will explode. We've got a lot of, we spark off each other. That's just what you can expect with me and Zafar.
Adam Rich's comedy says news doesn't get more happened than this. Red hot takes wherever you look.
That's true. Like it's nice to get some good feedback for once. Sometimes it's so negative all the time.
The debate, Stephen, that we're going to be looking at today is Rasp versus Straub 2020.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Come on.
So I think Rasps are for creeps and Straub is for good lad 2020.
Okay. Right. Well. I'm coming in right now by saying you've clearly never had an in-season rasp, because obviously a rasp out of season just tastes like a wet sock. When you go in season, it's the pockets of juice, the sweetness. It's like nothing you've ever had.
You've already started with a negative, saying that there's only one time in the year that a rasp can even so much as taste even acceptable.
You brought one time. I said in season. It's in season every second week.
That's still not all the time.
Well, strawberries. Have you ever tasted an out-of-season strawberry? It tastes like a wet ghost of a strawberry.
Yes, and a wet ghost is delicious if you had taste bud.
If I had taste
bud.
Okay. Right. You can make jam much more easily out of raspberry. Strawberry jam, very, very boring process.
Excuse
raspberry,
me?
If you put little eyes on it, it looks like a much more charming character. It looks like a fun guy that you'd want to go to the disco with.
A rasp.
A rasp.
A rasp doesn't even have a hairstyle. A straub has got a little green hairstyle going on there. Rasp, no one wants to dance with that.
A strawberry can't even balance on itself because it's got a point. So it just rolls around with its hair, just every which way, all akimbo. Raspberry, plop it down. It's solid. It's able to get down.
Dak, please give it a rest. A straub, put it in a business suit, send it to Wall Street. It'll send it to, forget that, scrap that. Send it to a casino. It will say black 24. It will jump into the roulette wheel itself, and it will win.
Yeah, that's cheating.
That's not cheating.
That's cheating. Have you ever jumped into a roulette wheel? They don't like. Also, the house always wins with roulette, whereas Rasp knows that poker, Texas Hold'em, that's where you've got your real chances. So more likely to win.
The straub is the house. The house always wins. The rasp, it's little round bits of things made up into a thing. Pockets. And I'm sorry, Stephen. A good, honest, hard-working man has 2 pockets upon his jean, not 5,000.
Okay, I take that and I raise you with when you're eating a straub, you can't eat its hair. So what is the point of it? You've got to prepare the straub, whereas with a rasp, no preparation necessary. Run it through a tap and you are good to go, mister.
Run it on a tap.
Run it under a tap, or you just stroke it lightly on the top of a tap. You are good to go, as I said.
A straub washes itself. You don't even need to wash it. It conditions its green hair.
A straub does not wash itself, and the fact that you would even say that.
Wow.
You are disrespecting this debate. You are disrespecting this house.
You know what? I came into this trying to have a civilized debate, but you've really... And I'm going to say some things now I didn't want to say. Rasp is a creep. You like Rasp because you're in cahoots, and I don't trust you.
That's personal. There is absolutely no evidence, and you can search for that. There is no evidence that I have ever had any connection or any contact with a rasp, professionally or otherwise. Whereas what I've seen your emails. I've seen his emails. I've seen him emailing me Yeah, I've seen. Well, release your taxes. Release your taxes.
Why?
And because they are, I'll say they will be red. They will be red and full of seeds. You have been
Seeds.
funding the strawberry industry, and you come on here and you talk about their
Wow.
hairstyles as if
Wow.
it's a little game to you. Well, I'm not funded at all. I am a good lass, and I
So who
won't.
is bankrolling this Ras thing? Where has this come from all of a sudden? You never used to be like this, and now all of a sudden you're saying you're saying Ras was the best guy. You know,
I think
you used to like Leo DiCaprio films, not Ras dramas.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you've seen the RASP dramas recently, but they are thoughtful. They are no nonsense. They're finally bringing a little bit of the right wing comedy into
Thank God.
TV.
Sorry.
Yeah, thank God.
Damn.
Whereas thank you. Whereas the Straubs still chatting about the Brexit
Self-service checkout joke.
self-service checkout.
Yeah.
So I think there's only been one winner here, and I think it's myself.
I do just really want right-wing comedy, and so could we please do a poll now? They already did one, but we'll disregard that because the debate was still raging on.
Yeah, forget that.
Could we please do a poll? Could you please make the poll 2 minutes long for Ras versus Straub 2020? And please do vote. It'll be at the top of your screen, everyone. Because I didn't say it before.
Also, don't for a second think that this isn't a political debate, and don't for a second think that if whoever wins now, that's 4 years you're talking about.
For God's
Can you
sakes.
survive a straw brain for the next 4 years? I don't think you and your family can.
For God's sakes, get out there and vote. Okay, even though we disagree.
Register to vote first.
Register to vote.
And then you've got to vote. So, it is a process.
Registertovote.co.uk. Pop your name in there. And you... I personally don't do it because I don't want the government having my information. They'll track me.
Yeah, no, I don't vote either because I actually can't be bothered.
Yeah,
so
it's boring, really.
It's boring, and it's just I've got like other stuff like to be doing with my day, but it's very important that you all do now. Facts.
Please get out there and vote. It's at the top of the screen there, and
top of the screen. Smash that poll button.
Smash that poll button.
And also, it's Yas for RAS, which is a terrible slogan. But that, because we've spent more time, campaigning than we have with our sound bites, the straw caption.
See, ours is very different. That's pathetic. That's absolutely vile.
What's
ours is because we're going to be tough on crime, actually. So ours is break the law, but get the straw.
Yeah, so that means that what? So someone comes into your house that you have spent money to buy or rent, and then you call the police, and they come round and they give you a strawberry.
Yeah.
Is that what you want? No. Our policy is that when someone breaks into your house, they come in and they take them to jail. And then when they're in jail, they might get a raspberry compote, but you'll get one as well. So it's equal opportunities while also clamping down on burgles.
Only clamping down you'll be doing is your car getting clamped in a car park when you go in to buy your Ras because it's going to be illegal when we win because they are vile beings.
Well, we were going to keep straubs. So the fact that, you're keeping them illegal.
Well, I want fracking.
Oh, I think we have a winner.
Yeah.
And I think it's RASP.
It's RASP won that. 49 votes to 40. RASP beat Straub. They did do a poll before and Straub won, but more people voted this time.
Getting a chance to say my piece.
Thank you for 100 bits, KVD Mike, as well. Thank you. And we've got 4 minutes left, Stephen. Is there something we want to discuss before then?
Do you want to do another ad break?
Okay.
But it's your turn.
Oh.
We've already had cars.
Right. Oh. What's this? Can you see that too? You didn't tell me about this.
See what? I don't know what you mean.
57.
Jesus. Don't bring that here. Don't bring that here. This isn't your football shite. Right, go on. Advert.
2020, the year of the shoe. What are you doing? You're skateboarding, you're walking, you're dancing. Get it on there. Put it on a leaf. Get it done. Just do that. Nike sponsoring the Olympics, and you're gonna want to do that. Get it looked at. Get all the stars. Gary Bale, Dale Winton, Nike.
It's great actually that the new Nike slogan, get it looked at.
Get it looked at.
Really it's helping a lot of people. Whereas just do it, it was too vague, wasn't it? Just like,
just do what?
Get it looked at, and you know what I mean.
Exactly. That. Just do what? You know what I mean? Just take off the shoe? They didn't specify it, and then across America, everyone took them off.
Yeah, or just don't buy the shoe. That's what some people thought. And, sales were plummeting. Whereas now, sales are boosting, and people are getting their penises checked at the gum clinic, and that's good.
The gum clinic?
That's the sexual health clinic.
Oh, where you live?
Yeah, I live in a sexual health clinic, yeah.
Nike, you're going to want to do that, said Piravators.
Yeah,
that's another one.
That's another one,
it's good that they have like 8 slogans now.
Yeah, can you not just do it, please? That's the other one, isn't it?
Kanye West, just do that.
Kanye West has done it. It's good to get it in the past. That's the other one. It's good to get it in the past.
Dale Winton, that's good as well that they put him in the advert.
Yeah, I realised he was still alive.
Supermarket Sweep, right?
Yeah, but that was a long time ago, wasn't it? That was when you were a grown man. You were about 30.
I was about 35, yeah. And when men were allowed to be men, and there was none of this nonsense, and
shut up.
And you could run around a supermarket and put, was it like a giant banana?
I think it was just a trolley, and then you just had to put.
But there was an inflatable banana.
I've never watched the show because I wasn't alive. I'm 14.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that explains all this entitlement.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. Is there any more for any more?
Stephen, I don't know. I mean, if anyone would like to ask any questions, you can very much do that.
We've very much come to the end of our sections.
We've very much come to the end of the sections and didn't.
We were going to have a phone in, but that man stopped us. I mean, the dancing man.
Yeah, I know about him. See, I thought only I could see him because I thought the VR messed with.
Yeah, I was pointing to you. Who do you think I was pointing to?
You call it... Wasn't there a...
No, I was just pointing to you.
Have I been dancing the whole time?
Yeah, you've been dancing on the... Yeah.
Jambon Steel said, that man slaps, not gonna lie. You talking about me? ONC wants a weather update. Do you want to give them a weather update?
Yeah, well, we could probably both take it in turns. I'll take south. I'll take north weather.
Okay, I'll take East England first. Damp with a chance of further damp. The clouds are black, and it's terrifying the villagers. And there's they think there's going to be a dragon.
Yeah, that's East Anglia, and then we've got the northwest and the northeast. You've got the cold front pushing forward upwards towards the warm front, and then the warm front coming further down. So you've got your cold and your warm front, which means it's going to be like a sort of I guess sort of back. You've pushed it back now because there's 2 fronts, and also there is some snow.
Is there?
Yeah, there is some snow. And also a dragon.
That's a problem about the dragons.
Yeah, I feel like the dragon from the northwest and the dragon from eastern England, they're probably going to collide at some point around sort of 4 a.m, resulting in a war.
And which one are you backing?
always northwest. That's where I hail from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where
Oh
I
no, I'm anti anything northern. I look down on, because I grew up very wealthy in Hampstead.
I don't know. I don't know it because I'm from the north, so I don't really know anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Is that near Charing Cross?
It's near Ricky Gervais.
Oh, right.
Funny
Okay,
guy.
is that on the Thames?
It's in the Thames. I have
Yeah,
it
by the London Eye.
by the London Eye. I can just get on there.
You just get on there for work, and then you go round, and then you just come back off again. Go back home.
Yeah, what's the big deal? Stop
Yeah.
attacking my lifestyle.
I'm not. I'm from the north, so
You're from the
I was
north,
born
yeah,
in a mine, and then I was shot out of the mine with great force. Shot out so far, I landed sort of like just below Watford. So now I live in Chobham.
Chobham. So my politics is very much let's make an independent England, but not the North.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I've campaigned
I
for this.
I think
and
the North
Kilroy.
has to be independent. The independence of the North is a big topic in the North. We don't like London elite. We like rock and mud and hard words like anvil,
And Scran.
gran, and a
Gran.
chip butty.
A chip butty.
Chip butty with extra curry sauce, please.
And can I have a 7-Up, lad?
I'd like a Sprite. Fucker.
So with that, I think we should say thank you very much for joining us for this.
Yeah. Very, very nice.
We're
very
going to
nice.
raid someone now, which means you will go and watch them. Thank you very much, and probably be back with you at some point.
Maybe.
Are you going to thank the viewers, or are you going to do this again? You can do this again.
No. And would you just let me finish, please?
Can I finish?
Can I finish?
Can I finish?
Can I finish, please? Would you let me
finish?
finish? I'd like to. Could you let me get a word in, please? Oh, don't do that. Don't at the moment when there's actually something happening. There's something to talk about. You just retreat and you shrink like you always do.
I don't mean to shrink, okay?
Well, you need to stop with that, please. Enough of that. We can't all. Oh, and now he's there. Jesus Christ. Thank you, everyone, for watching. It's been a pleasure to be on here and be discussing the week with you.
And
Bilal.
thank you for, I suppose.
Thank you.
It's been a, I guess you could say it's been a pleasure.
Say thank you to me.
Oh, thank you to me. That's a bit of that's a bit of bantering.
Say I'm very good.
I'm very good. That's a classic sketch from Mr. Bean.
Fork handles.
Fork handles. Thank you, Stephen. You did some great work. Some of it was poor.
Wow. Some of it was yours was very bad.
Yours was shambles.
I got it back really quite a lot of the time.
I'm going to sue you.
I'll probably put you in jail first.
I can still sue from inside the jail.
Great, off you go.
Farnsbarn238 said, "You're very good."
That's my mum, so that doesn't count.
I think she was talking about the dancing man.
Fair enough. Go on.
It's just the
raid.
The
just raid someone and just get it over with.
We're gonna disappear in about 8 seconds. Quarter Welsh Sam said, "Sorry, I'm late."
Yeah. Fine, missed it.
All right, everyone. Oh, it's 10, 9, 8. Thank you so much. Well done, Stephen, and
well done,
everyone.
Bilal.
Well done. See you later. Cheers.
Bye.
Right, and